It's 3 a.m. Your body is exhausted, but your mind is wide awake. Not because something is happening now, but because something already happened. A conversation, a rejection, a moment that should be over. You know thinking about it won't fix anything. You know it only makes you feel worse. And yet, the thought keeps replaying itself. It feels less like you are thinking and more like the thought is thinking you. This is not weakness. This is not failure. This is obsession, and it has a psychological reason. Obsession didn't begin as a problem. It began as protection. Long before modern life, humans survived by noticing threats, replaying them, remembering them. The brain that kept thinking about danger was the brain that stayed alive. That wiring never left. The threats just changed. Today, rejection replaces predators. Embarrassment replaces physical danger. Being excluded triggers the same alarm system that once meant death. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference between a tiger and a text that never gets answered. To your brain, both feel like emergencies. This is where rumination comes in. Rumination is not problem solving. It's not insight. It's mental circling. The same thought over and over with no resolution. Here's the cruel irony. The more you replay a thought, the more your brain flags it as important.
Repetition strengthens neural pathways. You are literally training your brain to return to the wound. Psychologists call this the Zeigarnik Effect. Unfinished experiences stick harder than finished ones. Your brain relaxes when something is complete. But when a relationship ends without explanation or a moment ends wrong, your mind can't file it away, so it keeps the loop open. Here's another trap: thought suppression. The moment you say, "Don't think about it," your brain immediately checks to see if you're thinking about it. That checking keeps the thought alive. It's like trying to put out a fire by staring directly at the flames. This is why telling yourself to stop obsessing never works. The intention is good. The mechanism is impossible. You don't obsess over things that made sense. You don't replay the date that went well. You don't spiral over the job you didn't want. You obsess over what violated your expectations. Humans are meaning-seeking creatures. When something doesn't make sense, your brain creates a story. Even a painful story feels safer than uncertainty. So the mind fills the gap. They left because I'm not enough. I failed because something is wrong with me. Those explanations hurt, but they give certainty. And certainty feels safer than chaos. Now, add social media. You can watch the life of the person you're trying to release. You can analyze posts for hidden meaning. You can reopen the wound endlessly. Your brain was never built for this level of access. Obsession used to fade naturally.
Now it gets fed. Here's the shift that matters. You cannot control the first intrusive thought, but you can control where your attention goes next. Psychologists call this metacognition, the ability to observe your thoughts instead of drowning in them. Instead of fighting the thought, you name it. This is the loop. This is the rumination. Naming creates distance. Distance creates choice. You don't empty your mind, you redirect it again and again. Presence is the antidote because obsession never lives in the present. It lives in the past and the imagined future. Most obsessions aren't really about the person or event. They're about what it touched inside you. A breakup reopens an old wound about worth. A rejection triggers an identity fear. The present becomes a doorway into the past. This is why advice doesn't help. People address the situation. You're experiencing the wound. Until the wound is acknowledged, the loop finds a new target. Obsession is not a flaw. It's an outdated survival pattern. And the real question isn't, why can't I stop thinking about this? It's, what am I afraid to face if I stop? Because when obsession quiets, grief shows up. Uncertainty shows up. Emptiness shows up. And inside that emptiness is where rebuilding actually begins. The moment you stop feeding the loop, even briefly, is the moment you start taking your mind back, not by force, but by direction. That's the psychology of obsession.